Los Angeles turned into a war zone yesterday as ICE agents conducted mass raids throughout the city, targeting communities in Paramount and elsewhere throughout Los Angeles and prompting Donald Trump, the President of the United States, to federalize the National Guard for the first time in American history since 1992, more than 20 years ago. This is a significant development, and this morning, Donald Trump is now declaring, even though he cannot enforce this, that protesters can no longer wear masks when they're protesting, not just in Los Angeles, but across the country. It's funny, however. According to him, protesters can't wear masks, but ICE agents who are conducting the raids and the deportations can for some reason. It's unclear what Donald Trump means by that. He obviously cannot enforce what he is saying. His word is not law. But I have the latest of a long night and what will be a very long day in Los Angeles and across the country. Now, before I continue, MAGA Republicans are attacking me once again, saying that I should be arrested, saying that I am responsible for the riots in Los Angeles, saying that I'm endangering the lives of ICE agents merely because I'm just reporting the truth. I'm just sharing the facts. If you want to support my work and allow me to continue doing this, please subscribe to my Substack by clicking the button below or sending a one-time donation to support my work via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas. So here's the latest. Donald Trump issued a presidential memorandum, a directive, to send 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles to break up protests sparked by immigration raids. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom criticized the move, calling it, quote, deliberately provocative, and cautioned that it would likely make the situation worse because many of the protests, not all of them, but many of them, were peaceful. Now, Trump also announced that he plans to prohibit protesters from wearing masks, saying, quote, masks will not be allowed to be worn at protests. Why? What do these people have to hide, and why ICE agents, meanwhile, are still permitted to wear their masks? Now, Donald Trump cannot enforce that, right? That has to be a law signed or passed by Congress and signed by the president. He cannot sign an executive order banning masks at protests. That would be a violation of First Amendment rights, and the United States Supreme Court would quickly overturn it. But this is what Donald Trump is now at least thinking about. So he signed the presidential memorandum. Meanwhile, Mayor Karen Bass said that the National Guard troops had not yet arrived at the time Donald Trump praised the National Guard for breaking up protests in LA. Trump is scheduled to meet with top officials from his administration today at Camp David, which is the retreat located in Maryland, to discuss what's happening in Los Angeles and take next steps. Governor Gavin Newsom, meanwhile, there's now a discussion about potentially sending Marines into Los Angeles. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, floated the option of deploying Marines in response to the protests, saying that the Marines at Camp Pendleton are now on high alert. Governor Newsom called that, quote, deranged, saying, quote, the Secretary of Defense is now threatening to deploy active duty Marines on American soil against its own citizens. This is deranged behavior. Meanwhile, Representative Nanette Barragan commented on the deployment, saying that they've been told, she's a member of Congress from the area, that they've been told to get ready for 30 days of enforcement from the National Guard. Senator Markwayne Mullin, a Republican from Oklahoma, criticized essentially protesters for carrying a foreign flag, the flag of Mexico, calling it, quote, absolutely insane, and claiming they were not just peaceful protesters, but, quote, illegals. When Dana Bash, this was on CNN, pointed out that carrying a flag is not illegal, Mullin responded that doing so while attacking law enforcement made the situation, quote, pretty bad. Now, in non-LA news, Trump continues to warn Elon Musk of very serious consequences if he decides to support Democrats. The president said he's, quote, too busy doing other things to try to mend his relationship with his former ally. Iran has extended its ban on dog walking, citing concerns over public order, safety, and health. A bird flu outbreak, has killed 90% of the chickens at a major U.S. egg farm, forcing the facility to shut down and forcing egg prices likely to go up. A salmonella outbreak linked to recalled eggs has sickened 79 people across 7 states, with 21 hospitalized. The August Egg Company recalled 1.7 million dozen eggs, potentially contaminated eggs, sold at various retailers, including Walmart, Safeway, and Food for Less. And Russia says its troops have entered central Ukraine for the first time, a move that is going to stress already stressed defenses on Ukraine's part. That's all the news right now, folks. If you want to support my work, become a paid subscriber to my Substack today or send a one-time donation to my Venmo to Aaron-Parnas. And I'm sure I'll have a lot more throughout the day, so stay tuned and get ready for a very long day of news. More to come.